Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show. And let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your handwriting and wondered what is it silently trying to tell you? Now, because every letter you write, every stroke you make is actually carrying signals from your subconscious mind, signals about your confidence, your fears, your patterns, and even your potential. And what's even more fascinating is that if you learn to read those signals, you can also rewrite them. So today, we are diving into this powerful world with some incredible experts in graphology who are using handwriting to transform lives in relationships, health, careers, and beyond. So let's begin this journey with today's first guest. So let me invite Pooja Srivastav. Yes, Pooja ji, welcome to the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show. And
Thank you.
she's a graphotherapist who has worked across diverse areas from improving relationships between couples, supporting patients with Alzheimer's and cancer, helping children develop handwriting, to even guiding professionals through signature changes that led to career breakthroughs. So, welcome to the podcast, Pooja.
Thank you, Kapil. Thank you for a wonderful
Thank
introduction. Thank you.
Thank you. And now comes Nainita ji. Nainita Sarvate is a graphologist and therapist, an access consciousness bars practitioner, and co-owner of Wealth Management Company. With a deep love for writing, she believes in the power of handwriting as a tool for subtle, preventive transformation of the mind. So let us invite her to the podcast. Thank you, Nanita ji. Thank you for joining us. And now, one more, an awesome person, Anil Bansal. He's a chemical engineer from Vadodara. See, we are going across the world because Pooja ji is from Chennai, Nanita ji is from Mumbai, and Anil ji is from Vadodara. So we are going across India. And he is a creative and analytical mind, deeply interested in Feng Shui and graphology. With over 150 handwriting analysis and remarkable accuracy, he focuses on awakening the hidden genius within individuals. So, welcome, Anilji. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you. Thank you. And now we invite Dilip Vishwakarma. See, the name is really heavy, right? And as is what he works, he's a career transformation coach and handwriting analyst who helps mid career professionals decode subconscious patterns and realign their careers using graphotherapy. And I actually would love to hear him more because I am myself a career consultant. So, welcome, Dilipji.
Thank you, Kapilji.
And last but not least, let's invite Sejal ji. Sejal Matalia. She's a special educator and graphotherapist who works with children, entrepreneurs, professionals, and single mothers, helping them grow through handwriting transformation. And I, myself, I'm Kavil Gupta, the host of today's show. I'm a career coach and graphotherapist, and I work with students and professionals to bring clarity, confidence, and direction using handwriting along with structured tools. So I welcome everyone. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. And let's start simple because I don't want to keep you waiting. I know all of you are busy individuals and I'm taking some time out of your busy schedule. So, and because I want to keep it simple because many people watching this may be hearing about graphology for the very first time. So, as I know, Pooja ji is the most senior of us, though we are tied by a common thread because all of us are graphologists with the common mentor, Mr. Imran Beg. So, we are all of us are his students. But yes, Pooja ji has a special place in everyone's heart because she's the senior most. So I want to ask this question from her only, that how does handwriting reflect our subconscious mind?
Yes, Kapilji. First thing I would love to say that what is handwriting? So whatever we write on paper, maybe sometimes we are putting some letters or words on paper. So simply people are thinking that we are just writing notes or something, affirmations or gratitude we are writing, but not up to this level. We have to understand that handwriting is the thing which is directly coming from our mind. So whatever the state of mind we are having in at that given situation, it comes from your subconscious mind. What are the thoughts coming in? What are the emotions you are dealing with at that time? It all comes on the paper. Hand is only just a medium. So if you are thinking that my handwriting good or bad, it doesn't matter. So whatever strokes you are taking, whatever slant or pressure you are writing on the paper, it directly comes from your mind only. So what we write, what we think, it is a you can say it is a mirror image for yourself. What you write on paper, letters or words or sentence, it is showing what the things is happening inside you at the given time of period. So it is directly related to the subconscious mind.
Thank you. Thank you. So that means, can I say that in a way, our writing becomes a mirror of our inner world? Can we say that?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Because what we write, because sometimes you will see that the same person, one day his writing is very neat and clean because at that given time of period he was in a calm state. Everything was in a happening as per his choice. Everything in a real time, whatever he has imagined. And you will see on the second day his handwriting. It sometimes it is even not readable. Also, it is. You can say almost scrubbled signature, scrubbled writing, no pressure in the writing. So you will say that at that day he was in that you can say sometimes stressed also, sometimes lots of emotion are going in his mind. So that's why you will see the same person, you will say the person has changed. No, the person has doesn't change. His thought of mind, his state of mind has changed at that point. So that's why we say that every day writing is changing.
So that means we can say that our handwriting changes with our different states of mind, right?
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
So, with that, I want to take this conversation to Nainita ji. She talks about preventive transformation. So I was really intrigued. What does that mean through handwriting?
Thank you, Kapilji, for this wonderful opportunity to connect with the people and spread our science and the task that we have taken to be an aware being and make others aware about the potential that we all have between us, within us. And talking about the transformation, which is preventive. Now, just now, as Poojaji explained, that yes, it is a state of your mind. So normally, everything that we do in our day-to-day life is a response from your mind or a reaction from your mind. So this is a preventive measure, is empowering your mind in a way that you are able to respond to every situation, good, bad, intense or light or whatever it is. Response is the way that you should be able to tackle so you can be in control of the situation rather than the situation controlling you. So, for example, in the childhood, when we used to learn to drive a bicycle, we used to fall down and we used to have those injuries and all. But once we understood that yes, this is where we fall and this is where we are getting injured, we started wearing kneecaps, we started wearing helmets, we started using the elbow pads. So now we know even if we fall, we are not going to get physically injured, but we are ready to take the impact and we are ready to face whatever it takes, but learn. So this is the way in graphology or graphotherapy also, as we are dealing with the state of mind, if we are equipped to keep our mind strong enough and in a way that we can take the impacts by responding to them, being powerful enough not to let it affect us, That is how it will work as a preventive transformation.
That's beautiful, because can I say that means like transformation before problems even appear, right? Can you say that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So now moving over to Anilji, he's an engineer and coming from an engineering background. I've heard people saying that they don't believe in graphology because engineers, the science graduates, always believe in facts, right? And he's an engineer himself. So, how do you look at graphology from a scientific perspective?
Good morning. See, in engineering, what we learn is lot of logic, lot of combination of formulas, and you have to make the mind run. It deals with lot of reasoning and lot of reasoning with each step. It looks into various angles simultaneously and then arrive at a solution. It is like looking with a microscope without actually having a microscope. So similarly in graphology, there are a lot of logics which we have to follow in process to understand as to what the person is going through and what are his habits which needs to be inculcated in a right manner. Like if you see the writing of somebody, it is the font, the pressure, the letter formation, the curves, the line going up, the line coming down, the gap between the alphabets, the gap between two words, then the slope of all the letters, and the legibility. These are the few, I would say, rules or formulas which we apply in the graphology. We call it as micro level analysis and macro level analysis. Basically, in engineering, we are given a problem using various formulas and logic. We have to resolve the issues. Similarly, in graphology, one needs to be aware of the various aspects which are looked into, and then we proceed step by step. No two individuals are same, no two writings are same. So similarly, when we do the analysis, we have to keep it away from his brother or sister or mother, that his brother is having some issue or his mother having some issue. They may not be related because the writing the individuals are different and the writing is different. So again, that logic of engineering comes into this, where we have a lot of formulas here in the graphology also, and they have to be combined together to give outcome.
Right,
That is
right.
why that engineering mind, a lot of analytical things goes into it, so that helps.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
right.
So now let's move from understanding to awareness, right? So that is, what is our handwriting actually telling us about our life? And I've seen Pooja ji, who has worked across relationships, health, and career. So how does handwriting connect all these areas?
So,
Yeah.
first thing I would love to say that I already mentioned that whatever the state of mind you are having, the person is not changing, his handwriting is changing. So we can say in relationships, so you will see in a couple or in family, one person is speaking every time, all his emotions is sharing, whether he's sad, whether he's happy, but at the same time the other person is not going to share everything about himself or herself, and she or he may be taking more time when to say, how to say, how much to say. Even sometimes we will say the some person are hiding their health issues also up to the mark. By the time they are not going to tolerate it, so they are hiding so much. In that situation, what happens in relationships, sometimes you are getting over stressed because you are not going to share your emotions, your feelings with anyone, and at the same time the other person who is listening, who is dealing with you at that time, because at that time you are getting more angry, more anxious, you are not getting happy every time. So family, entire family relationship will affect in that situation, and everyone will not be in a comfortable position to share everything with you, or if you're not ready to share anything. So lots of things are there in the that relationship. Whenever you are going to share, it changes your relationship, and it can be changed also by the process of certain changing strokes or letter formation or something. So it is suggested that not to you have to share your emotions and feelings with everyone. It is not suggested to hide yourself or your emotions with anyone. And at the time of health part, in the health part, you have to be ready, because your brain, whatever the diseases are coming in your body, first it comes in your mind. You are, if you are going to accept all those things, automatically you are ready to that fight with that disease. Because sometimes you are going to a medical treatment, if you are more stressed, automatically the medicines will also stop working, or the slow working will be there. And but if you are ready by your mind that I have this disease, I have to fight this, I have to go under lots of treatments also, so you will see more better results in a shorter given time of period. And you will support, and we support this as a part of graphotherapy also, that also works a lot in that situation.
Wow. So that's powerful. So I would say one tool connecting multiple aspects of life, right?
Right.
But now,
Yeah.
Dilip ji, if I may ask you, why do, because you work in the career space also and the mid career space, so why do so many professionals feel stuck or misaligned today? Because you have been connecting with so many people, so what do you have to say? What is your, basically observation about that?
So basically, actually, when I look at the mid-career professionals, so I can feel that actually they are not stuck due to their skills. They are stuck due to certain limitations in their career. So sometimes it happens they were aligned. They are not aligned with the career they had chosen. They actually it might be the condition, pressure from the family. It can be we always all think of the public, how they are going to conceive me, how I'm going to work in my own field. So in that case, actually what happens, the person what feels from inside, he is not able to go through those subjects and study those things, and this also creates a gap. And because of that, consistently it is pushing him down actually. And because of it, he is not able to express himself, and due to that he is stuck over there. And sometimes it happens due to low confidence. He is not able to express, or he is not able to present himself to the management where they need to actually present. And if they are not able to present themselves, they will not be visible in the organization. And if they are not visible, ultimately they are not going to get the growth. So that is there. Plus I can see some people sit in comfortable state. They don't want to take action to enroll for the current going on changes in the technology. They don't want to learn actually, because they don't have that mindset of upgrading themselves and move ahead. So in that case, they get stuck. And sometimes it happens they are not able to express the what they need to go through, what their what challenges they are going through. If they are having any issues in their work environment, they need to go to the management. But sometimes if they hold to themselves and everything gets piled up, then they go to the management, and ultimately they will not be pushed forward, because they're coming with the limitations, not the solution. And sometimes it happens the identity lag. People are not visible to the management, and they do have inner safety something else, that they want to do something, but they are not able to do it. So that is the gap actually. Because of that, they get stuck. And this can be actually visible in the handwriting also. So
Wow.
they are in, yeah, they the inconsistency in their behavior can be seen through the their letters, how they write. Inconsistency in the letter formation, that also leads to that they are not consistent in their behavior, and because of that they feel the certain kind of limitations in their life.
Excellent. This is really beautiful because even I work with students, and you know, students or career aspirants, they do face challenges. But now we have a tool in the form of graphology that we can actually address that challenge, right? So
Yes.
that is the best part, and that is what I love about graphology. And now, as we were talking about working professional, let's come back to children, right? And we have a special educator here, Sejal ji, and she was working with children and adults. So let me ask you, what difference do you observe in handwriting patterns of kids and adults?
I would say this is, as Pooja ji earlier mentioned, that our handwriting is the mirror of our mind, but it reflects differently in child and in the adult. Not much, but there is a difference. When children, since they are developing patterns, we see in them. So same thing in the writing also we see. And when they are just writing, they are not able to express words. They don't have the words. So it shows in the writing. When a parent, for example, when comes to me and they say my child is very talented and bright, but he doesn't able to speak up in the class, or he's fearful somewhere, he's not taking any steps, teachers से mingle नहीं होते हैं, तो it is when we see their handwriting, we see it that they have inconsistency in spacing, they have sloppy handwriting, they actually shaky handwriting, if I observe. So with that, it is not just because the patterns are just developing. So we work with them in that form, and it's like a clay, soft clay, I will say. Basically, up soft clay ko we can mold it in the way we want to. If I say clearly, precisely, it's like a small plant, young plant. You have to water them, and they will grow up very nicely. So same thing goes for the kid. But in handwriting with adult handwriting talks about deeper stories they have in them. Overthinking, stress, people pleasing, everything is visible in their handwriting. Because they are like a tree. Trees growing in various directions, and with all different baggages they are coming up, and which is very much clear in their handwriting. But outside they say I'm very confident. But writing speaks everything because it's the mirror. Exactly. So there is a minute difference, yes, but there is a difference between kids handwriting and adult handwriting.
Very true, very true. And we always should be trusting our science than what the other people is saying.
Yes.
Right.
Because
Yes, you have come to it.
writing says everything, whatever is running inside. As a kid, if they are fearful, they are not able to speak. So it is visible with certain aspects of their writing. An adult, even though we say, I am confident, मैं कर सकता हूँ, I mean, I am very bold, but वो boldness दिखती है handwriting में, whether it is visible or not.
Okay, great, great. So now, after this understanding part, let's talk about the deeper side of graphology, the struggles people carry silently, as Sejal ji just mentioned, that people don't own up, right? So they are carrying certain struggles inside, and thanks to graphology, we are able to see within not only ourselves but deep inside the other people also through handwriting. So once again, I want to ask Pooja ji, what changes have you seen basically in people about all these struggles, or what they feel that dealing with emotional or health challenges?
Yes, Kapil ji. Very nice question. So I would love to say that already Anil ji said that every person is different. Every person writes differently. So our handwriting is as unique as one in 68 trillion. सो इतना डिफरेंस होता है. इवन आप रियल ब्रदर सिस्टर, रियल ट्विंस के भी हैंडराइटिंग सिमिलर नहीं होते. इवन यू विल से अ माइंड that changes, or even stroke changes, you will see in handwriting. So it is very unique for a particular person, as unique you are. So when we see the handwriting of a person who is maybe challenging with the health part, or sometimes in the career part also, so what handwriting shows, because it is directly connected to your subconscious by with certain neurons. So when we write on paper, or certain letters or patterns, or maybe words, so it directly shows how you are dealing at that kind of period, what is in your subconscious mind, what are the psychosomatic challenges you are facing. So in that situation, you will see the writing is sometimes meshy. You're not ready. You're not able to read it properly, and you're not. Sometimes some words will also be missing, because I have worked with a person who was Alzheimer patient. So sometimes he was forgetting his name also up to the level in that situation, and sometimes he was whether he has taken medicine, whether he has taken food or not, he was forgetting everything, and it was clearly visible in his handwriting, because what the situation he was dealing at that time, at that duration of his life, it was very critical for him, because if a person is not remembering anything about himself, how he will live his life, entire life, with it. So that is a very critical situation for him. So it was clearly visible, because it is directly connected with the neurons, and what we write, it is coming from neuro pathways. So scribbled writing was there, sometimes words were missing, sometimes letter was not formed, only the lines were there. So already you will see the situation of that particular person by seeing the handwriting. And we can see the difference also after suggesting some patterns or some graphotherapy. You will see I saw certain difference in handwriting by the time of period of the undertaking the treatment also, and with the process of graphotherapy, because graphotherapy changes your mindset. It works on a directly subconscious mind. You are getting empowered to deal with that situation. You are ready to take action to do for yourself. And in the same situation with the career part also, because people are not getting benefited in their career, they are not recognized properly whatever they are doing in their workplace, because sometimes they are not having enough strength, they are having some fears in their personality, they are not taking leaps in their handwriting for the growth. So sometimes you will see the in the signature part also, because if the signature is scribbled or not clearly readable, or not your name is not visible, so it will clearly show that something is going, something is challenging in yourself. That is the thing we can say by seeing the handwriting.
Right, right. So, like, we say that handwriting speaks, but are we ready to listen? So that is from for the point of view of the client. But if I put this thing the other way around, that even if we don't speak, our handwriting speaks, right?
Yes,
So,
yes,
so
definitely.
that is how we can say. But going over to Anilji now, because you have done more than 150 analysis, as you mentioned. So, what patterns do you notice in people who are not using their full potential?
See, there are, like I said, many formulas or many patterns which we can see. Like if people is, some like somebody, one customer, he was always delaying the things, not able to do or process the things in time. This was a typical case of procrastination. आज करे सो कल और कल करे सो परसों. So keep on delaying the things. So once you keep on delaying the things, you're not in a position to do the job in the time which has been assigned. So this was addressed, and it took 3 or 3 weeks, and the things started working for me. The second case was of a salesperson. He just keep on talking about himself and about his products, not allow other to listen. So this was a case of selective listening, where other people were not allowed to speak or allowed to talk. So again, details were looked into, like what are to be changed. Those things were changed, and he was put on the right track. The other few traits are jealousy, resentment, temper. So at times it is very easy to make the person understand and do the changes, and at times it is very difficult. Like one of the person said, at times you don't have to argue, you just have to leave it as it is. कुत्ते की दूध कभी सीधे नहीं होती है, but you can try, और कभी कभी काटनी भी पड़ती है. It is like this.
Okay.
In actually,
So I'll say that's something many people will actually relate to. Yeah. Interesting analogy. Okay. So now moving back to kids, I would say, asking Sejal ji that, you know, what are the early signs in children's handwriting that show lack of confidence?
I would say that parents जब भी आते हैं मेरे पास, whatever I have experienced over a period of time, the kids are very much focused when they are alone. They don't want to come out of their family cocoon क्योंकि over protecting, all this leads to low confidence in child. Controlled parenting हम जो बोलते हैं, helicopter parenting, हर जगह पे आप अगर उसको टोकते रहोगे, so that where the confidence level comes down, and child is suppressed. He is not even able to say it as it is. They have less words to express, and when the parent is controlling them, so child is all the more like fearful. So everything starts, basically, if I say, it starts from home. How we give them, how we support them, how we are encouraging them, that is what leads to them in the outside society. So at home itself we have to allow them to express their feeling. अब वो बच्चा रोता है, suppose if they have garden में गिर गए and they come crying or whatever happens, so we say रोना बंद करो, पहले बताओ क्या हुआ, अरे पहले रोने दो, let that emotion come out and then ask the बच्चा what happened, instead of just putting it that you should not cry. So this is the beginning of child suppressing his emotions. This is the crucial age where actually they learn to express their emotion, but we don't allow them as parent because हम ही पहले बोल देते हैं, अच्छा उसने तुमको मारा, अरे भाई सुनो तो सही what he wants to express, मारा नहीं मारा, whatever it is there later on, first listen to the kid. तो हम उनको pull back दे देते हैं, and then we say my kid is very bright and talented but he is not able to speak or he is not able to communicate, वो किसी और के साथ mix नहीं होता है. These are the I get complaints from parents. So
Right.
this is one aspect of showing the low confidence in the child. So we have to give them that green signal ki go, live your life, fly high.
Exactly. So the communication challenges start from home, actually.
From home.
Right? And unknowingly we do that. Very true. Very much relatable, Sejal ji. And as of now, we are discussing the understanding part, the awareness part, the problems that people face, both kids, working professionals, mid-career professionals. But now, let's come to the solutions part. And I would say that's the most exciting part. That if handwriting shows problems, can it also change them? Do we have a solution to this? So I would like to talk to Nanita ji about this. That because see, we obviously work with others to help them, but that journey begins from us, from ourselves. So I want to ask you that how has graphology transformed you personally?
Yes, that's a very significant question in our science or our space where we all are here. Maybe that was what we started experiencing, and that is how now we are deeply into this today, and also committed to help others because we could feel the difference. In my case, actually, I started with graphology with the intention of changing my signature because in childhood my handwriting has been very good and everything. So improvement of handwriting was never the agenda for me. However, when I started attending these classes and learning about the depth of handwriting, how it reflects different traits or thinking patterns or fears and differences and strengths we have, so I started getting more aware about myself and deciding to go with the flow. When I started working with those patterns and the letters and the strokes and the zones and all these factors that we cater to while learning and practicing graphotherapy, eventually a lot of things like the fears were there. There were a lot of fears where even I was not aware of. and I started getting over them. It was very subtle change. I was not able to really record it as such, but over the time I could feel that yes, now my journey has become a bit more smoother. That earlier I may be taking a step before going ahead and thinking. Nowadays it is not happening. I'm going. I don't take a pause before going ahead. Or even I had seen a lot of shift in my temper. I was a person with a lot of temper. I was a short-tempered person. By now I am calm as, like, you can say I'm an ice age person. So it's like whatever is the situation, I respond. So even earlier, as we were talking about the preventive transformation, is once we start working on our mind, as Pujaji said, it's the mirror of our mind. So as we are doing graphotherapy, is the reverse engineering. So the handwriting is reflecting your mind. Now we are going to write in a way that it sends the signals to your mind as to what to do, what not to do. So once your mind is empowered, you are getting into the zone of preventing yourself into getting into anything that may not be good, or no good for you or pleasant for you, or how not to get into trouble, in simple words. So graphotherapy does help you to control your mind, rewire your mind, and helps you to become a better person in any possible way.
Okay, really profound. So, can I say you were a angry young woman in the past?
या झांसी की
And
रानी बोल सकते थे आप, लेकिन yes.
Jhansi Ki Rani, yeah, but I would say your husband is an indirect beneficiary of graphology, right? Because he has a calm wife now. Awesome. Yes, calmness goes with everyone. So that makes it very real. So moving over to Dilip ji, how does handwriting reveal career misalignment? Because that's very important in your profession, and how you help
Yes.
people.
So actually, when we analyze the handwriting now, we get to know about the stress the person is going through. So there can be the change in the slants of their handwriting, sometimes going towards left, sometimes going towards right, if they are not balanced. So it also shows that the person is not having a balanced personality. And it also can be seen in the there is interruption in the strokes. The strokes are not forming properly, or the writing whatever he is writing, that is not in a aligned way. And sometimes it happens, if he is overstressed, the writing is so compressed, and this can be seen in the handwriting. Stress is there, we can see that the person's temperament is there, and based on that analysis we can also analyze how the person thinks, what his relationships, how he relate to the people, how he communicate with the people. That can be also visible in the handwriting. And if we know that, based on that, we give them the patterns that need to be practiced so that he can come out of the certain situation. So these are the limiting things. Sometimes if the relationship is not good with the peers, and he may not be able to work in the team. So that also comes into play. And if he is not able to work in the team, then he will not be given the chance to work as a management or as a manager, where he could have control the how to process to get the work done. So he may not be able to communicate well with the people, and he may not be able to work in the team. So that can be also visible in the handwriting. And if it is visible, and if we are not working on that, so sometimes it happens when people say, I am doing everything correct, still I am not getting promoted. So these are the signs that is visible in the handwriting. So if they start working on that, definitely they are going to overcome that, and they will get the better positions.
So we can say that clarity begins with awareness. So this is basically
Yes.
bringing awareness to the minds, right? So
Correct.
I want to ask Pooja ji now, because she has worked with so many people, that can you share a story where a signature change led to a major breakthrough?
Yes, definitely, Kapil ji. because I am seeing lots of handwriting samples. So, in past few months back, a person came to me regarding the handwriting analysis. So, when I was seeing his handwriting analysis, I was seeing his handwriting and I was doing the analysis as a, you can say, the personality part. So suddenly I saw his signature also. It was very meshy, or you can say that his name was not labeled. It was completely scribbled, and very small signature was there. So when I asked about him, what he's doing, how is the things going on in his life, in the career part and the family part, so he said that because of he's doing lots of things in his work job, in his job, but the things are not changing for himself. He's not getting recognized by the seniors in his job, and from the all his colleagues also. So they were underestimating the person. So I saw that how you can do, you want to work for yourself as a part of workplace, because if you are not satisfied in your job, you are not able to give happiness to your family also, because every time you are feeling a struggle in your mind. So in that situation, the calmness will be missing. You are getting stressed every time, and entire family, your spouse, family members, kids, everything will be facing the challenges, because you are not happy, you are not satisfied with the things. So he said this, yes, I would love to work on myself, and I shared some certain changes to do in his signature part, like write full name, it should be bigger and clear, because who you are as a person, how you are showing yourself to the society is a big thing, and your signature is yourself. You are showing yourself by the part of signature in a workplace. So he was ready to do. He started practicing. He started graphotherapy along with the name also. So he worked almost 3-4 months for the directly correcting the signature part on a conscious level. So he's practicing every day. He was sharing with me every day, and suddenly one day, I think in the after few months or 2-3 months later, he called me, and that he said that I was recognized and I was got promoted to the senior level also in his job, because a situation, a struggle signature situation came in his job, where a person needed who can take over all the situation. So over, you can say that ownership should be required in that situation, and he entered in that situation and he handled everything very well. And then all the, you can say that perception was there from the senior, from his senior in his in their mind about that person is completely changed. Now he was able to do all these things. He was able to make, you can say, that taking decisions also, while he was ready to discuss on every aspect in the job. So he was got promoted, he was recognized by the seniors also, and he got the award also for this taking entire journey in the that particular part, whatever he has handled during that critical situation. So this is the thing, the person, because directly signature change, how it works, because you are going to work on your strength, because you are going to work on your self esteem, you are ready to take actions, you're not having any fear for doing all these things. Because sometimes what happens, people are fearing about whether should I go or not, whether will I get the success or not. So all these things are happening, and sometimes we are getting fear about the success also. So if we are getting promoted, we are having in the fear, if I will get promoted, so I have to change the location, how the family will take over it, all these things, how the kids admission, schools, everything will taken care of, elders person also there. So all these things are fair in our mind as a part of success also. So the person was
Right.
very happy. He got promoted. He got transferred also to the different city also. So everything helped by correcting only a small name and only a small signature in this part.
I agree, Poojaji, because even I've been working with individuals and correcting their signatures. And in the initial stages of the program, I do try to understand their pain points and what are their struggles. So my suggestion stems from the area what they need in their life, and that is how we design the signature. And of course, that power has been given to us by graphology,
Yes,
thanks to
definitely.
the science, and once again thanks to our mentor, right?
Yes.
So he's always doing our hand holding. So obviously we get all support from him to move ahead. So now let's go a little deeper into what this really means for growth, because even when we are looking at signature or anybody comes to us, that person is looking for growth, right? And I assume signature as a first step to venturing into graphology or into graphotherapy. But if I ask Anilji, how can handwriting help awaken the hidden genius within someone? Because he works in that similar fashion. So please, Anilji, what do you please throw light on this?
There are a lot of things which can be done. First, we have to look what is the potential of that person. What can he do? What he cannot do. Like if it is a fish, we should ensure that it is swimming properly. Or if it is a bird, we should ensure that it flies properly. Once that is established, then a lot of things are there. Like what Poojaji said, low self-esteem, stubbornness, argumentative, loner. There will be a host of, I would say, issues with that particular person. Like in one case, a person was having low self-esteem, where he was not in a position to take the decision himself, being at a top position. So, a lot of things were addressed, and they were made to believe him that yes, these changes are possible with the writing, and over a period of time, it became good for him, and he was able to resolve the internal issues within the management. So it worked for him. The second thing is argumentative. Like today, someone had posted a small video of the pig. Like you cannot argue with a pig. The more you argue with pig, only you will get more dirtier, and he will get more happy. So,
Right.
so at times, what you have to do is simply leave. Don't argue. Say, "Okay, this is to be done. If you understand or don't understand, forget about understanding." Because whenever you try to explain to somebody, they say, "What is the logic?" I said, when you go to a doctor, he asks you to take a tablet. Do you ask him, what does this contain? Why should I take it? Why should I not take it? You simply take a water, gulp the tablet, and leave it to the doctor. So similarly, this writing has to be done. What the pattern, what we are, I'm seeing in this, and I'm looking into your writing or signature, and just follow this pattern. If you agree, fine. If you don't agree, I leave it here. I don't want to argue with you. So there have been cases where people say कि हम ऐसे क्यों करेंगे, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, ये है, अभी तक कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है. So it is very difficult. Like once a small Aristotle, Socrates said, if one man to him, I want to learn, psychology from you. I know not many things. He says, I will charge you double. He says, why? First, I have to erase whatever you know, and then you will be in a position to learn certain things.
Right.
So this is the practical thing in the life where people are over smart. Google is making them smart, but you have to bring them down to the reality, to the practical things. The small changes will make a lot of big things. Small changes are good. So people have to understand this, and those who follow, those are ready to change. महाभारत में बोलते हैं ये काल चक्र है, it keeps on changing. So you also have to adapt to that. You have to adapt to the situation and keep on changing. You have to keep yourself open for learning. I myself, like almost 2 years now into graphotherapy. After 63, I started learning it. I am open to change, and you have to keep on looking for change. So it always helps. This is what I'm trying to tell people. If you want to improve, if you want to improve yourself, or if you want others to improve, if you help somebody to improve, it is better that you keep your mind and everything open, and accessibility to change should be the first thing which has to be done. Acceptance.
Right.
That is, I
Right.
feel
Right.
is the
That's
main.
very true and relatable, because as Gandhi ji said, that be the change that you want to see in the world,
Right.
right? And surprisingly, change is the only constant, right?
Right.
So yes, we should be moving ahead. And today we are talking about children, we are talking about working professionals, But there is a section of our community, of our society, where we see single mothers. So, moving to Sejal ji, because she has been working with them also. So, what transformation have you seen in single mothers or professionals, we can say?
Yeah. See, as we all know that graphology is nothing but a repetitive writing, of correcting or rewiring your subconscious mind. So, a few months back, a single parent of teenagers, boys, two boys were there, and she came to me, well settled. Matlab, she is earning herself on her own feet, but she was emotionally so drowned that she was hardly taking care of her because she was doing everything for family and all. And with the help of graphotherapy, within few weeks, with first session itself gave her so much of clarity when I gave her the analysis, that with the help of graphotherapy later on, she came up with the clarity. She could take the decision. When she came to me, she was at the verge of closing her business. She had two branches. Usme se she was planning to switch off one because she was not able to manage the stress level, and lot of trauma she was going through, baggages were there. When all this were slowly and gradually, with the help of graphotherapy, when I worked with her, she came with the clarity, and said, one fine day she calls me up and saying, Sejal, pata hai mera, I'm not closing the other branch. And I was like, wow, this is something, how come you decided that? So she said, nahi, I am doing very well, and I'm a little bit better now, so I will continue doing it. And she gained her confidence back. Lot of emotional stress baggages were there. She dropped that. She released all those stress. So she was clear in what she wanted in life, and she moved ahead. So her confidence level went up. She started working, giving, basically not working. She was doing work, but she was not focused. So her focus was there in her own office, her own thing, and she was not there. Her people were saying, "Ki madam is not available anytime." So this was the shift I could see in her with the help of graphotherapy. Same thing happened with one of the working professional. As rightly said, that they don't get the recognition. They feel that they are not able to communicate. Pooja ji initially also mentioned that they are so low in self confidence, self esteem, they are not able to express their emotions. This guy came to me, that time he was struggling. He was not able to communicate. उसको job छोड़नी थी तो भी वो नहीं बता पा रहा था. He was not able to say that कि I already have passed the interview. So he postponed to join the new company for 2 months, like 30 days जो भी था कि नहीं, this company has asked me to stay back. That was the reason he gave. And finally, after 35 days of graphotherapy, he said, Sejal madam, मैंने बता दिया है, and I'm joining my new company. And that new company was paying him 3 times than what this company was paying. So
Wow.
after graphotherapy, that also he was postponing. And after 35 days ke baad he said, I'm clearing everything and I'm going. I don't want anything. And trust me, just 4 days back, the same person has shifted to a new company, another 3-fold of the income that he was earning. So this graphotherapy results are giving them, suppose example 25,000 tha, to wo ab more than 1 point something he is earning right now in just matter of
Awesome.
9 months. Ye last May ki baat thi, and this May, before that he has shifted and he is earning 3-4 times than what he was. So communication opened for him. He was able to express what he wanted to his employers, to his colleagues, and he could take up the leadership. आज वो खुद बोल सकता है. He is leading, under him he has 5 to 6 members, colleagues are there under him. So that thing was then a year. The first job he was under somebody and he was not able to say anything. So this is the
Wow.
power of graphotherapy that we all have achieved. We all are sitting over here, and as Kapilji rightly said, we all are blessed with the science and the mentor Imranji, that we have this power within us to put it forward to the society and give it back. Because communication, confidence is the first most thing, the foremost thing that we all lose it. Self esteem ही नहीं रहता है किसी का. So लोगों को पूछो तो I am confident, as I said, बोलते तो हैं मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, लेकिन कॉन्फिडेंट होते नहीं है, बिकॉज व्हेन यू टॉक टू वन देन दे से कि हाँ मेरे से बोला नहीं जाता है, आई कांट डू दिस. So work on yourself, get into that awareness zone first, and then start working. So we do get the results with graphotherapy.
यस, तो इस केस में तो हम कह सकते हैं वाकई लॉटरी लग गई.
Exactly, graphotherapy is a lottery lag gayi.
Yes. And now, see, this is because all of us are working with people, in our little ways, in our beautiful ways, in our practices. But moving over to Nanita ji, because she talks about transformation, right? So if I ask her, how can someone use handwriting to become a better version of themselves?
Yes, all of us have been talking about how a simple stroke or a simple change in the way you are writing, the using of the zones or using of the spacing between the letters or the words that we are doing, each of these have an impact on whatever it, as I just mentioned last segment, that we are you doing the reverse engineering. However, with this, we establish one pattern where we start working on one of our traits or one of our pain point or one of our fears or defenses or whatever we need to improve, areas of improvement. Consistency is very important. वो एक बार हो गया, 7 दिन में आपने किया, you start getting the results and you are feeling good. After that, you can't become complacent and हो गया तो छोड़ दिया. So when people ask me like, okay, what is the duration of the course, and I said, this is not a course. This is a work in progress. It is a maintenance program where just the way you will not stop brushing your teeth because you've been brushing them for all those many years. Today you will say, okay, नहीं इतने साल brush किया, अभी कल से मैं नहीं करूँगा या करूँगी. So this is the same way, the way you brush your teeth or the way you take bath and you keep your physique clean, the hygiene of your physical self is clean. We also have a mind which is controlling the body and everything that we do in day-to-day life. So our mind also needs to be hygienically clean. Its hygiene has to be maintained. And for that, we are using this reverse engineering of graphotherapy. The science of graphology is helping us how to do that graphotherapy and being consistent about doing. Supposedly, you understood that changing this part in my T or changing this loop in my Y is helping me to shift myself from being loner or being sitting in a corner. Now I've started going out. I started talking to my peers or colleagues. Then keep doing that every day. Otherwise, after that, it's not going to, again, it will stop. You again go back in your shell, or again, it is going to be the same thing. So if you don't consistently keep doing it, it is not going to work as the way you want it to work. So consistency is the key. And as we say, diamonds are formed when you keep on polishing over and over again. It's not just like एक बार कर दिया, जार दिया तो फिर हो गया. नहीं, कोयले से ही अपने को डायमंड मिलता है, हीरा मिलता है. तो it is the same process. You do it every day consistently, and that is how you become the best version of yourself.
Oh, wow. Nice. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Nanita ji. And now we have been talking about the current challenges, and now let's move forward. Let's connect all this to something everybody, even our listeners would be thinking about their future, because obviously everybody wants a better future. And if I talk about myself, yes, I'm a career coach, so I'm talking about or working with career aspirants, and I obviously help in the career aspirants by using this science to choose the right career path, because all of us would agree that having a certain qualification is one thing, but to be successful in a particular career, we need to have certain personality traits. And there comes the use of graphology. Because we have seen in ourselves that we are, after practicing graphotherapy, we have been able to create personality traits or polish ourselves So that polishing is done by graphotherapy, and then the people are able to excel, shine brighter like diamonds, as Nanita ji said, that we are diamond but covered with carbon, and that graphotherapy polishes us so that we shine like diamonds. Right. Thank you, Nanita ji, for saying that. And along with me, Dilip ji also work with career aspirants. So if I ask him, how can graphotherapy help someone move from confusion to clarity? How do you do that?
So actually, it help us to know the person how actually from within. So actually, what happens to be because of the conditioning? Actually, we can say we are covered. We live in a society, and because of the conditioning, whatever people says, we start believing in that, and because of that, we get our the talent get stuck, or you can say it's just like a windshield where dust deposits and we are not able to see inside. So there was a lady who was having 12 years of experience, and she was not able to express herself. I worked with her, and I have seen the tremendous change. Actually, we worked on her resume part as well as work on the profile, and apart from that, we worked with the graphotherapy. And what I actually she was not able to express or excel in their interviews. So when she gone through the process, she was able to develop, high self-esteem, and she was able to express herself. And when she applied for the next job, so within 2 months, actually, she was working as a, coordinator. But when you polish the skills and the resume as well as did the graphotherapy sessions, and she was able to get transferred to in the position of assistant manager within 2 months. So it was a huge impact actually. What I can say here, because when we start knowing ourselves from within, we become more expressive. We know our strength, and if we know our strength, we are able to express ourselves and we are visible to the organization. Though she had experience of 12 years, it was not visible in the resume as well as in her body language. So when we started working with her, she got the promotion and she's working as an assistant manager now. She is one of the MNC over here. So I can see that it has a huge impact on the person actually. And if we work on every aspect, so because when we analyze the personality, we get to know everything, what are the challenges the person is going through. So when we start working one by one, the confidence build up, and now she is able to manage the things. So it's a huge impact actually of the graphology, and I'm very thankful to our mentor because of him actually I was also the introvert person. I was also not able to express myself. I was also stuck somewhere like the persons actually I work with. So now what happened with me also, I also developed my confidence level as well as I started working on myself, worked on the project management, and now I'm getting the projects. So this is the great shift from actually as a working professional. So
Right.
it
And
really works.
everyone will agree
Yeah.
basically that growth is needed at all stages of life, not only the students or the early career aspirants or the mid life professionals, but even corporate life. So I would basically want Pooja ji to add on to this, that how does handwriting influence growth in the corporate life? So what do you have to say to that?
First thing, Kapilji, I would love to say in a corporate, what you have to do, you have to be ready to listen everyone, because you can't take any decision on behalf of everyone. Because if you are on a topmost position, you have to listen everyone, you have to support them, and first thing, you have to be ready to that with your self-esteem high, And also you have to learn to know to say others also, because sometimes what happens, we are in a fear that if I will go take this decision, will everyone will be happy with my decision, will it be that support the organization what I am running at this time. So you have to be ready with that condition in your mind, that you have to put your high self esteem high. You have to think in that situation whether I am going to take right decision or not, because if you are not going to listen everyone's aspect, you are not going to take the correct decision, because you are not entering in every small data inside the community, that organization. So you have to take listen everyone's the whatever the challenges they are feeling, whatever the decision making they are going to share with you. So you have to listen everyone, you have to work on the self esteem part, you have to learn to take self esteem high, because not only learn to know to serve people, because whenever you are going to take any decision, you have to be with the positive mindset, you have to take decision that will support to create a positive environment inside the entire organization. And you will take a correct decision, you will not hesitate to take any leap also for that organization, because if the fear will be there, you are not going to take decision. Your mind will be in the dilemma whether should I go or not. You have to be clarity in your mind that if I am going to take decision, it will support the entire organization, all the employees of the organization, and will support the that betterment for the entire team. So all these things you have to think about it. And first thing, and also you have to work on the you can say that criticism also you should be ready to listen sometimes, because you can better yourself by listening the criticization people are doing for yourself. You can work more about all those things, not very much criticize that you're not should be sensitive about that little bit, but you have to listen everyone. That will be a best thing you have to focus for the organization readiness.
Right, right. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And now let's make this simple and practical for everyone watching. Right. So let me ask Sejal ji now, because she works with children, that what habits can parents build in children using graphology?
Here I would just put in here that with the help of graphology, they can actually, first of all, we work on children to gain the confidence level, right? So parents' input is to support them, to guide them, and to be with them. So first give them that security, that feeling of security that my parents are always with me. So with the therapy, with graphotherapy, I mean to say, what happens is children get the confidence level to speak up their whatever they are feeling the emotions. So parents support them, understand them, listen to them, accept what they want to say, let them be the leader. उनको leader बनने दो अपने घर के कुछ भी decision में, bring them in as age appropriate. Do not suppress them that ये बच्चा है. This generation kids पहले तो बच्चे 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 नहीं रहे हैं. They are very fast forward than what we are. We learn from them. So first
Yeah.
understand them and learn from them and then put across. हाँ, you always have to guide them. कि हम we are there to guide them. We are not there to teach them. Teaching तो वो कराते हैं हमारा. I see children, they teach me rather than me teaching them. So I just guide them. And we have to go into their shoes. Ki what are they thinking? Today's generation is very fast. We cannot keep on saying, मेरे time पे ये था. You know that Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma, this thing. मेरे ज़माने में वो मेरा ज़माना गया. Come to this level. So yes, so as a parent, we have to upgrade ourselves rather than pushing the kid to upgrade. बच्चे अपने आप उनको accept करो. Understand their emotions, their feelings, their likings. सबसे पहले हम उनके emotions, feelings, likings को ही मार देते हैं. This is what you have to go. I had a parent who used to bring her son to me. he used to come and sleep. सो जाता था बिकॉज वो पहले फुटबॉल खेल के आएगा, फिर कोई दूसरे क्लासेस में आएगा, एंड देन थर्ड क्लास विल बी माइन. सो ही विल बी, टीचर मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ, मेरे को सोना है, एंड ही गो ऑफ टू स्लीप. So in 1 hour session, 15-20 minutes he'll sleep, and then he will write hardly 5-6 lines, and then he'll say, अब मैं जाता हूँ. So what happens is you have to understand them कि भाई उनको pressurize मत करो. They don't need number of tuitions. They need emotional support, and subconsciously you have to be there with them. This is what I have been experiencing with children over a period of time. Like almost 6 years now I've been working with children from 2020 till today, and everywhere the struggle is this only. Yes, we have to guide them, we have to control नहीं, but हाँ कहीं उनको अपनी limitations दिखानी है, otherwise they will again हाथ से छूट जाएंगे. But हमें उनके in crux I will say that we have to be with them as they are. पहले उनको समझो, तब आप अपना लगाओ कि no, I think this is it. Give them the choice. You have these two things, which one you do? So that leadership will develop in them. Rather than, no, you will have to do this. You have these two things, which one you want to choose? So they start choosing at a very young age. So they'll understand to get that decision power into them. Leadership quality will be developing. Confidence बढ़ेगा कि okay, I am something in the family. My family is also asking me, rather than I am just not being tagged along everywhere. कहीं जाना होता है तो भी हम उनको लेके चले जाते हैं, whole and soul. What we say, we are like, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि हम बाहर जा रहे हैं, but where the बच्चा wants to eat something Italian, today's kids want to eat pizza, pasta, but we take them for idli, dosa. So decision making power ही नहीं आता है बच्चों में. So this thing
Right.
all starts at a very tender age.
Exactly. Very profound. And we all know that, Pooja ji has also worked with many students, and she has received a lot of praise from our mentor also for her work. So if she would like to add to this,
Yes,
about what
Kapil
we
ji,
were talking about
I am
habits,
totally,
yes.
I am totally agree with Sejal ji that she is saying that we have to listen first. Whatever they want to say, we have to listen. We have to support in their decisions. Sometimes kids are also facing challenges. आज मेरा मन नहीं है करने का. It's okay. अगर 365 days में अगर वो 2 दिन नहीं करेंगे, it's okay, completely okay. Do not force them, because you are having that capability to all these things. You are having capability to handling lots of things in a certain time. But sometimes kids are also getting tired. Lots of things are also going on in their mind also. So let them then take a rest for some time also. You have to listen whatever the emotions they are feeling, and the emotions whatever they are feeling, ask them to release that thing also. Ask them to share with yourself whatever, even अगर छोटा सा भी कुछ भी incident है, ask them to share with yourself, because sometimes they hide all these things, and over a period of time it becomes a big challenge for them to face. So whenever they will grow up, they will have a tendency that I will not going to share all these things. I will hide all these things. Whether I will share all these things, mama papa will get scold on me. So ये सारी चीजें उनके mind में चलती हैं. तो support him, support the kids first thing. And not only that, pressurize that you have to complete this given task. You have to get to 90% or 95% marks in your examinations also. Just enjoy their process of life, whatever they are learning, whatever the classes they are attending, whatever the sports they are doing. Just listen to them, whatever the interest they are having. If they are having interest in academics, support them. If they are having interest in sports, support them for taking the sports also. But one thing I would love to say that whatever they have chosen, and we are going to support them, let them support to excel that part. ऐसा नहीं है कि थोड़े दिन हमने स्विमिंग सीखा, थोड़े दिन फुटबॉल सीखा, थोड़े दिन बास्केटबॉल
Right.
सीखा, and they have not completed anything. So if they have
Yes.
chosen to go with this task, go with that part, support them and ask them to excel that part. That is the only thing we
Right.
have to support for the kids, along with the studies also.
Right. Beautiful. Fully agree with you. And I believe I've taken a lot time of yours, busy people, but I'm always greedy for knowledge. So one last thing, now that this question is open for all, and starting from Nanita ji, one handwriting tip for the audience. Yes, so that they're really, when they go back, they say, okay, now we got something. So one handwriting tip, one each from everyone. So starting from Nanita ji.
For me, I actually started with the T bar, as I think all of us must have started. But the T, the letter T and the bar, it is so powerful. So it helps you to take care of so many things in you, the so many traits about the fears, about the uh, self-esteem, the temper, the procrastination. So set your T bar right, and your own bar will also rise with it.
Thank you, Nanita ji. Sejal ji, one tip.
Yes, rightly said. First is T bar, then next comes the dot, I dots. It बोलने के लिए it is just a dot, but it is very very powerful because lot many things are attached to it. Focus, concentration. But most important is the irritation, because if you don't get irritated, you are at peace, at ease, at calm. Calmness अपने आप आ जाती है the moment the irritation goes away, because कोई भी कुछ भी बोल देगा, कोई भी कुछ भी कर देगा, but you are calm. So focus on I dots, J dots. Those are the only two dots. बहुत छोटे हैं, very minute हैं, but बहुत बड़ा काम कर देती है. तो it's like a छोटा पैकेट, बड़ा धमाका.
Thank you, Sejal ji. Dilip ji, over to you. One tip.
So if they want to work and they can work on the E, small letter E, that's
Okay.
actually it's related to our selective listening. So we should actually listen to everyone and we should improve that. So we need to avoid retracing of the letter E. So that will help them
Beautiful,
to avoid the
Yeah.
selective listening. Yeah.
Anil ji.
Like Dilip ji said, listening, I would add to it, okay, you have to remove your stubbornness and argumentativeness so that you're in a position to listen more. So that aspect also needs to be taken care. And one is like I just want to add to it, you have to take a small step in right direction instead of leaping in the wrong direction. So to take the small step in the right direction, you have to contact the graphology where to take the step.
Yes, thank you, Anil ji. Pooja ji.
Yes, Kapil ji. First of all, thanks to our mentor, Mr. Imran Beg, who has that's seen the potential inside me and given
Yes.
confidence at this level, जहाँ पे मैं पहुँच पाई हूँ. So I would love to say to work on the handwriting. So as Nanta ji said regarding the T bar, and Sejal ji said that dots, and Dilip ji said and Anil said that listening part. So I was also add to all these things. First thing, that the variable slant. So you will see
Okay.
people are sometimes writing left, the upper zone letters going left side. Sometimes writings are going toward the right side. This is the situation where people are not in a situation to take any decision in their life. वो हमेशा डायलेमा में रहेंगे. They are not going to fix their mind what is correct for him, what is correct for them, what is not correct for them. So every time they will be in dilemma. Sometimes they will be very happy, sometimes they will be getting stressed also. So in that situation, they are not going to live their life in a comfortable position. They are not that every time they will be there in a stress manner. And also people have to release their emotion every time. That is the main thing people have to focus.
Right. Thank you, Pooja ji, and thank you, everyone. I would say what powerful set of insights from understanding ourselves to actually transforming our lives through handwriting. So we explored lot many things today, and if there's one thing to take back from this conversation, I would say it is this: that your handwriting is not just something you do, it's something that reveals who you are becoming. So every stroke you write carries your habits, your thinking, your inner world, and the moment you become aware of it, you take control of it. And when you take control of it, you begin to take control of your life. So the question is not, can handwriting change your life? I would say the real question is, are you ready to change it? So with that thought, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining on my show
Thank you.
today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kapilji. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and good day to all.
So if
Thank
this
you.
conversation inspired you, I invite you to take the next step. Get your handwriting analyzed, experience graphotherapy, start your journey of self discovery. You can connect with any of our experts or book a clarity call with me. And if you found this valuable, like, comment your biggest takeaway, and subscribe to the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show. So, with that thought, thank you for joining us, everyone, and let's rewrite our story one stroke at a time. Thank you.